Okay guys, so I'm gonna do a get ready with me. I'm gonna tell you guys the story of how I became a model. Modeling is really where I can be very vulnerable and just feel free, feel beautiful and confident. It's literally like my superpower. You know what I mean? So let's get started. I get really bad cystic acne, like the acne that is underneath the skin. And I be getting some on my chin. I got 1, 2 on my chin. Anyways, I'm gonna take my Luminous Silk Foundation in Giorgio Armani. I love this foundation. It is expensive, but I got lucky. They sent me this foundation. Just take this small amount and just kind of like dab it on first with my finger on the places that I want covered. I'm in the shade 8, by the way. The other foundation that I like to use is the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop in color 14. This one is more like my everyday wear. Okay, I'm not gonna do a full foundation look. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. concealers. This one's medium beige and then this one is medium warm. And I like to mix them both on my face. It just looks good. And modeling, oh my gosh. I've always been somebody that loves taking photos. My mom was a model when she was in her 20s. If she was a baddie, I'm a baddie then. Like it literally runs in my DNA. And so my mom, she worked for the mayor when I was younger, and at her office they had a bunch of just different cameras. So I used to steal a camera that she would bring home, and I would force all my friends to take photos with me or let me take photos of them. Just growing up, like it was just my thing. Like I loved taking pictures and I love beauty, I love fashion. I used to go to fashion shows with my mom in Vegas, just all the above. While this sits for a second, I'm gonna do my brows. I'm gonna take this Got To Be brow gel. I never thought like I could be a model. So I used to work at a restaurant when I was like 17, working at this restaurant, doing meal prepping in the back. And also I was a dining room attendant. I would go around bus tables. There was this one older woman that I would see all the time. She was like a guest that always came in, and I always made sure that she sat in my section. First, she would tip me fat, but she would just give me life advice. She'd be like, honey, what are you doing here? Like, you need to go be a model. What size are you? Okay, yeah, you need to go model, and you need to marry a rich man or a doctor and take all his money, have him invest into you and flip homes and become a millionaire. It's like 17, 18 hearing this. As time went on, I actually ended up being fired from that job, which was a blessing in disguise. I'm taking the Fenty Beauty Matchstick and Truffle and just gonna like warm up my face. It was a blessing in disguise because when I got fired, I was like, you know what, let me do a photo shoot, let me take some digitals and submit them to some agencies. I live in Arizona, so I was just like looking up some agencies and I was like, okay, I submitted digitals online. I had a lady take these digitals of me. I had a photographer take my pictures, but you really don't need professional digitals. You can use your phone. Like your best friend, your brother, sister, your mom, anyone can just take some photos of you. There's templates usually on agencies' websites. When you go to submissions, they'll show you what photos they want you to submit, like what angles they want to see. And I remember agency AZ got back to me so quick. They're like, we want to see you, come in tomorrow to this and that. And I was like, okay, awesome. So I remember I went in and got my measurements done, talked to the team. Obviously I was a little newbie, I didn't know what to expect. They were like, okay, like we'll hear back, you will be hearing back from us pretty soon. We'll be sending you like an email if we want to continue with you or not. That's another thing, like when it comes to getting signed, some agents are looking for something in particular. It doesn't mean if you don't get signed, like if you get a, oh sorry, we're gonna go a different direction, but thank you so much, like that's rejection is protection. Like that is because there's something else better for you, and it has nothing to do if you're good enough or if you're beautiful enough, like none of that. It has to do with what those agents are looking for their agency. Like you cannot take it personal. You know, there's so many opportunities in this world. I got my email back from them literally the next day. They said, we absolutely would love you and let's get you started. So they signed me in 2019, October of 2019. I got signed to my agency in Arizona, and they are my mother agency. So usually the first agency that you get as a model, you get a mother agency, and that mother agency is basically like, think of your mom. Like, she is helping you get into school, get into different things. Like, that woman is taking care of you, making sure you're straight. Basically, my mother agency is doing the same. They are making sure that they get me signed in different cities, getting me where I need to be as a model. If I need to do model boot camp, they're gonna sign me up for it. If I need to do this, you know what I mean? Like, they develop you as a model and get you ready. And it's just been history since. I remember getting signed to them, and it was crazy because 2019, following year, obviously 2020, COVID happened. Remember, the Black Lives Matter movement was happening. So all these brands were like, oh, we need to be diverse. Yeah, I was getting booked during COVID, and obviously you literally could not work unless you had a vaccine. And later in 2020, my mother agency in Arizona, they got me signed to Wilhelmina in LA, and also Wilhelmina in Miami. I'm not with Wilhelmina LA anymore. I'm actually with a new agency in LA called One Management. My mother agency got me signed in LA, Miami, and Vegas, and even Denver. If you want to get started with modeling, I recommend just getting your digitals. Like, take digitals. All you have to wear, I wore just a black tank top that really shows my figure, some jeans that show my figure, no rips, preferably like black or dark color jeans, or even light denim, that works as well. Some nude heels, black heels, like just some heels, because you want to, hair pulled back, hair natural, little to no makeup too. Like, I'm gonna go in with the lighter shade. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, I'm gonna take this e.l.f. palette, Mad for Matte Nude Mood. I'm gonna take this color right here and just put that all over my crease and lid. I remember I got my first shoot in January of 2020, and I had no idea that you could make money being a model. Like, I swear I thought it was just like something, that people just do for fun. Like, I really just, it was my passion. Like, taking photos, doing photo shoots, all that is literally just a passion of mine. And I remember I received my first check, and I was like, never ever talk about your rates or how much you make on your shoots. Like, keep that very private, because not everyone makes the same rate that you do. My rate that I had when I first started modeling is not the rate that I have as a model now. That shit has went up, okay? Through experience, I've done a lot. I mean, I've been on a cover of a magazine, I've done news trends, and I've been on BET Awards. I do runway, beauty, editorial, magazine, e-com, baby, I do it all. My first big campaign I did for the Nike Run Club, like the Nike running app. I did the marathon section, and baby, they had me running. Okay, I could not breathe. So I was like, wow, I can literally do whatever my mind wants to do. Like, just do it. Like, just take a chance and just do it. I dropped everything in my life and focused solely on my career and myself and my modeling and just loving myself wholeheartedly. With this eyeshadow, I like to kind of bring it right here because I love me a defined nose, baby. It's just so cute. I remember I never had ever done runway before, and obviously being signed in Miami, they do Miami Swim Week, and I remember my agents out there was like, you should do Miami Swim Week, we want you to come out here, and like, even if you have no experience, you like come out here and give it a try. So I got on a flight and just went out there. I casted for Swim Week, and I actually booked a few shows, and it was the best experience of my life. I met this model. Her name is Sage. She is a Sports Illustrated model. We were in like the hallway of our agency, and she taught me how to walk. She said, you gotta do this, and you gotta stretch, and you gotta have your shoulders back. And seeing all the other beautiful women, all shapes and sizes, all different colors, we're all just all so beautiful and come together and just have the best time. Just all the chaos, people running around, hair done, makeup done, get over here, we need you in this bathing suit. Like, it's just, it was so fun. Like, yes, it was chaotic and it was hot, but baby, memories were made. And let me tell you about the after parties. It's very scary. It's not easy, like very intimidating, you know, like modeling and feeling like you're good enough for different agencies or directors or clients, whatever. Like, you start to really doubt your self-worth when people decline on you or say they're going a different direction. You're like, damn, like, why wasn't I good enough for them? Why did I get this job? Or why I didn't, you know, get this agency or get this opportunity? And why did she get this opportunity, not me? One, you can never in your life compare your path to anyone else's. And this goes for everything, every job, everything, because there are still lessons that you need to learn. It has nothing to do with your worth or any of that. There's still things I have to go through to get to where I want to be. That other person that is where I want to be, they have a whole different life than me. I don't know what the frick they have gone through or went through to level up to get to over there. I have to go through my own path and challenges in order to get to my next stage of life, my next stage of my career. So never compare your situation, your journey to anyone else. You are beautiful. You're doing this for a reason. You like to do it. Modeling is literally my second nature. Like, it comes so naturally to me because it's just simply something I love doing. I feel free. I go into a flow state when I model. Not only do I love doing it, I love showing representation of women that look like me. I never got to see a woman like me in this industry when I was a child, when I was younger. The curvier girls, girls that have the big backs, the big titties, everything, like, have hip dips, stretch marks, scars, acne. I want to be a real representation. I am not a Barbie doll. Well, I am, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not striving for perfection. I am already perfect. And that's something you have to keep telling yourself when you are a model. It's definitely a mind game, and it's not something that is easy. I'm in New York right now, and I got signed out here in New York towards the end of last year. This is my 6.5 year of modeling. I've always been told that New York is more cutthroat. There's not a lot of representation for curvier, bigger models out here. You know, I've been submitted out here a couple times, kind of got a lot of no's, and I was like, you know what, it's okay. Like, throughout time, I just know I want to be signed in New York. This is what I want. I believe in myself. And I remember I booked a trip last year to come see my bestie because she had moved out here. And so I told my mother agent back home, I was like, hey, I'm taking a trip to New York. I know we submitted last year and got like a no from a few agencies, but like, I'd love to, if there's any agencies that are open to seeing me. There was an agent out here that wanted to see me, but I was like, I have to eat this interview up. Like, they have to love me. I need to put all my problems, my ego, everything to the side, because once I walk through that door, they signed me, and oh, I just could not be any more grateful. You need to know your worth, because baby, you are worth so much. And every prayer that I say to God, I always say, like, I pray when I walk into that room, everyone turns their head and they're like, that is the woman, that is the girl that we need. We need that girl. That's that girl. She is perfect. We love her. When I tell you too, like, modeling has introduced me to so many amazing people. I have so many friends in my life that I have met through modeling and just the journey. Like, it's just been a beautiful, beautiful journey. I like to take my Patrick Ta, she goes to the gym, liquid blush, the liquid part. And I like to put this on first before I actually bake my face, and I will show you why I like to do that. That was a lot, by the way. You do not need that much. So now I'm just kind of blending this. I like to kind of blend it up into my concealer. Next, I take the Lasting Fix Banana Setting Powder by Maybelline. I love this powder. I take the back of my hand, pat, 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 because there's all this excess powder that is not evenly on the powder puff. And I just, another thing, when you get started as a model, you do not start making money right away. You have to get your book together. You have to pay for fees, website fees, your comp cards. You have to pay for stuff. So remember, to start making money, you got to invest some money. This is an investment. You are your investment, okay? So you're going to be spending a couple, you know, hundreds to thousands on shoots and it's just different things, you know. That having an online presence also helped me get noticed by different clients. Make sure you're online, make sure you're posting a couple times a week, staying active, posting on your stories, you know what I mean? Like, be active and put yourself out there. As time goes on, you're gonna like be able to turn that switch on and off. Like for me, when I'm on set, I already know how I need to be. I already know how I need to act. I need to be attentive. I need to be present. I need to talk to everyone on set. Make sure you're making those connections and networking, you know. Whoever is the producer or, you know, the boss of this shoot that you're doing, go talk to him or her or them, okay? Make sure you're making your mark, because I swear, like, I've always, like, having recurring clients is because I've made great connections with them. And I want to take this little highlighter. This is by Wet n Wild. It's the Mega Glow highlighter. It looks like this. It's like a champagne color. Put it on the bridge, a little button part of my nose. And then I also like to take it on my brow bone. I'm gonna take this dark shade right here and put this like on my waterline up top. You know, like how you would do liquid liner. Now I'm gonna take the powder of the Patrick Ta and just put it like right here. One thing about me, baby, I love blush. I also like to take it on my nose, some on my forehead. It just gives me color. I love, if I'm gonna do some makeup, I'm gonna do some makeup, like, and just blend this area off it. Oh, that looks good. Maybe it's Maybelline. Book me. So I'm gonna take that same dark shade and I'm just gonna put this along my waterline. It's nothing crazy. You see that? So for my lips, I forgot what the brand name is, but it's that lip stain. I get the shade in Hazel. You've probably seen this on TikTok. Okay, so I let this dry. It literally dries pretty quickly. It does not take that long. I take the Summer Fridays in iced coffee, the lip balm. First of all, this smells so good. It's just like, look at this shade. This is the finished look. For my curvy girls, you got this. Don't ever belittle yourself for anyone in this industry. We are making moves. We are moving mountains. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what beauty standards look like. You are that girl. Don't ever let anybody ever in the world let you get in your head and let you question your worth, your beauty, any of that kind. Make sure that you are your #1 advocate no matter what. Right off the bat, I advocate for myself and I say it with confidence. I don't say I'll shine. I say no, this is what it is. Make sure you know how to do your own hair. Make sure you know how to do your own makeup. I had to learn how to do my own makeup because there's so many times on set where somebody does my freaking makeup and I look 3 shades lighter and everyone else is looking at me crazy and I'm embarrassed. Like I have to go to the bathroom and touch up my makeup because you just made me look ashy. If you need to get a mentor, get a mentor. Make sure you're following people that inspire you, make you feel good. Like you see their life and you're like, oh, I want that life. That's the life that I want. She's getting the bag, she's traveling, she's doing whatever she gotta do to keep herself up and coming. Like, use that as inspiration. Never ever be jealous or envious of anyone, ever, especially not even your friends. When you see somebody and they have really good news, or they're leveling up in their life or in their career, make sure you're celebrating their achievements, because at the end of the day, those things are going to happen for you too. But they're not going to happen for you if you have a nasty mindset, if you are just envious and jealous of other people, if you just judge other people and be like, oh, well, she didn't do that good. Like, don't be that girl. Be happy for everybody, celebrate everybody, and make sure you are the light in the room. Make sure you show up in that room like God sent you, because God did. Don't ever forget that. You are supposed to be in this room for a reason. You're supposed to be seen by these clients for a reason. Even if you don't get booked from them now, you might get booked from them later in life, later down the road, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, who knows? Those clients will remember you. But make sure you're constantly being your best self, even when you feel like you are not your best self. Push yourself to be the best that you can. Try. It's okay. It's okay if you gotta fake it till you make it. You know, sometimes even for myself, sometimes I don't feel good. Sometimes I don't feel confident. You know, it's natural to feel these things, but that's not gonna stop me from getting the bag. I know how to turn that switch on and off. Okay? Ego, feelings, leave it at the door. Okay. Thank you guys for sitting with me and talking with me, watching me get ready. Make sure you guys follow me also on my other socials. I'm on TikTok and on Instagram. Sierra Chantel. Sierra Chantel is my ad name on all platforms. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for my next video, and I will talk to you guys soon.